In the post request, we saw how to create a record or a new entry using this API request, and here we got on ID. So this is unique. Every time whenever you will see send, it will be unique. Like right now it is 996. If you send again, you will see it changed. So it is showing another ID. So that is different. So every time when you send this data, I mean this request, when you raise this request, it will create a new entry. Now let's check how we can check this record using the API. So I'm going to jump to the documentation page again for the Booker API, Restful Booker. This is the API, and here on the left side we see there is couple of options are there: get booking IDs and get booking. If you click here, it is showing this is the ID. This is the URL for checking the booking details. So here we see this is the URL, and here clearly mentioned this is the booking, get booking, and here it mentioned returns a specific booking based upon the booking ID provided. So here is the booking ID, right? We saw that already. This is the booking ID. So it will find whether this data is there or not by this API, and this is the whole API. This API has two sections. One is this section, another is this section. Okay, and this is one of the example API. This one here you are seeing ID. Here mentioned ID means 1. For our case, the ID should be like this. Okay, so let's go details of this API. So for get request, if you check carefully here, there is nothing, only the URL. Okay, and this is the URI part, and this is the resource, and this is the path which I want to, I mean, which is this is actually telling us which data we need to see, like path parameter. In this way, we are seeing like that. So to create this type of get request, at first we need to jump to the Postman. To create any new request, we just need to move our cursor on top of the collection name, and you'll see there is a plus icon, or you can right click over there. You'll find different options are there like this. Once you select right click, it will bring like this, or even you can click this 3 dot, it will bring like this. From here we need to add a request, right? We have to choose this option, add request, and very shortly you will see new request is there. Now let's name the request name. So I'm going to find the booking details for on booking. So I'm going to name it like this, get booking by ID. For example, I just mentioned like this, get booking by ID like this, and this is a get request, right? Here we see this is a get request. So we just need to choose get is fine. By default, when you create any request, it should start with get. If it is other request, we just need to choose the other type of request. So get is fine for us. And now here it is showing this is the get URL. Okay, and this is the data. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this part. This is base URI, and this is the resource. So I'm going to copy the entire thing like this inside the Postman, and here, and then after that there is the ID, right? So this ID should be the number. For our case, here it is showing like 1. So for our case, it should be this number. So this is the post API which we got, this number. We just need to copy it, and then we need to jump over there and we need to paste it. So in this way we are formatting the get request, and that's it. We don't need any other information. If you check carefully in the API, there is nothing else. So only this thing, and header you can actually choose this option. You can set default value is this one. But for your case, if the header is something different, or if your API has some other information like header you need to add, you can also add those things inside the Postman. To add header, we just need to jump to the header section, and then we have to type content type, and then here we just need to choose application JSON. So here it is clearly mentioned application JSON and nothing else, and ID we already copied, right? So if we created we already copied the ID, but here there is this mistake I probably did. Let's double check the ID. Let me run the request again, and here it is showing 4597. So this is the ID, and then I'm going to jump here, and I'm going to update this ID. So this is the ID, right? 4597, and this is the get request I told you, and here this is optional. Still I added this thing, and if there is any other information you need to add in the header, you can also add manually, but for this API we are fine. Now we have to press the send button to check whether that information, I mean that details is available or not. I'm going to click send, and here we see, here it is showing 200. Okay, that means the request is successful, right? 200. And here it is showing the details, the first name, last name, total price. So previously we created this record set, I mean record within this data set, right? First name, few, steps, 100, and some other data. So here we see the same information is there. That means it is able to request this thing. So for create, whenever we click send, if we send 10 times send, this button, if we press 10 times, basically 10 entries are adding. But for get, every time it will give us the same result, because it is giving us only the unique ID. So this is the ID. But for create, it is creating like 10 different items, right? If you click each time send like that. Okay, so get method, I think you'll find. So I'm going to click again to check all the data. So now it is showing that this data is missing. So what happened? So this is actually a common platform. Many people, they are using this platform to practice this like REST API testing or some other thing. So every time people are adding, removing, deleting like that, and every few minutes, like probably 10 minutes, the server is reset. So whenever you are adding anything or removing anything, some data it is keep changing. So what you need to do, the best option is to check this type of case. You can do this way: either go to the post method, this is the post, create a booking, send it, and find the ID, and then after that jump to get booking ID here, and then just update the value of that ID, and you will see the get request is successful like that. Like for example, again I'm showing, instead of 100 I'm going to type 200, for example. This is a new request, right? So I just mentioned 200 here, basically not here. This is the response body, we need to modify it here, 200, and then I'm going to press the send button, and here is, I see total price 200 is there. Now this is the booking ID 802, right? Not 802, 892. So I'm going to open the get request, and here we just need to update this value. So this is the value inside the URL. This is the address thing, and then press the send button, and here you see all the details are there. Total price is 200, right? It's showing. So here on other thing, this is completely path parameter. This is not a query parameter. If it is a query parameter, there should be something like question and some other value. So I can show you now if you want. So here get booking, then there is another, we checked only get booking, right? So there is another one, big booking and get booking IDs. So here it is showing only this URL. This is also a get request, but there is no ID. So what will happen if we remove that? So if we remove this thing, basically what will happen? Get booking, and if we try to send it, here it will give all the booking details and all the, not the booking ID. So till now it has this many bookings. Okay, and if you try to check any booking details, you just need to copy from here, like 630 you want to check, so you can do this after that like this. This is a path parameter, so just click send and you will see, so it is showing the data. So this way you can use path parameter. Now let's check how we can use query parameter. So here if we scroll a little bit, you will see example 1. So here they are showing like this is the parameter this API has, like first name, last name, which I discussed already, and status code 200. Okay, and response, if it is success, then it will give us the booking ID, and this is the sample response which I actually just showed you basically in the Postman. Now here there is other tab also, right? So if we click the example 2, here it is mentioning filter by name, and here it is showing all IDs, and this is filter by name. Filter by name means it will filter the data set. So here it is, this is a sample data, right? So here this is the URL, which is called base URI in REST assured. So this is booking is the resource, and there is a question mark. Question mark means this is a query parameter. Previously we saw here path parameter, right? And here it is the query parameter, and next to query parameter there is other like key value pair. This is key, and for this key this is the value, and for this key this is the value, and each like key value where it is combined with ampersand, or you can say like separated with this ampersand sign. Okay, so if we want to get this type of request, or if I want to get this type of request from the Postman, we can also do the same way, similar way, not the same way, we can do the same way, similar way. So I'm going to create a new request again from here, Restful Booker collection, this collection. I'm going to click this three dot, and from here I'm going to choose add request. Okay, and there I'm going to type the name of this case is like filter by name, get bookings filter by name. For example, get booking, here we can rename it get booking filter by name. You can use any name, I'm just using this name so that it is easy to understand, and then hit return key so that the name will be there. Now here we need, this is the get method, right? So here it is showing get method, and this is the URL. So this is the base URI. We can copy the entire path, right click, copy, and then I'm going to jump Postman, I'm going to paste it over there. Okay, and after that there is other thing, this is the query parameter, right? So we need to add this query parameter. So what we can do, we can go to the Postman, and previously we saw on booking details, not this one. So for example, this one 892, I'm not sure whether this is still available or not, so let me double check. Here this is get method, send, and here we see this is data. Now the first name is Few and last name is FewSteps, so we'll filter this data whether that is there or not. So here first name, I'm going to copy this thing, this here, and inside this key parameters, right? So query parameter should be added inside this parameter. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to paste the value first, not value, the key name, and value is from here Few, and then I'm going to jump there, and I'm going to put the value Few. Now check carefully, if we right here, you'll see it is already automatically adding here, right? As I told you that all query parameter, it should be separated by question mark. So here it automatically inserted the question, and it also added over there. Now we have two parameters, right? So definitely we have to add the next parameter over here. So I'm going to jump Safari browser, then this is the last name, right? So we can also get this thing from here to also last name. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it over here. And here, what is the last name? The last name is Steps. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it over there. Okay, now this is the get request. So here, as this is the query parameter, that's why I added everything over there. And inside this header, we just need to add that content type, which is common for this API, and the value will be application JSON. You can also check over there also. So if you scroll down, probably it is showing somewhere, but I saw already that the default value is for this content type is like application JSON, something like that. Anyway, so this is a URL. Okay, now let's jump to Postman, and there is nothing we need to do. So we already added the parameter and header also. Now it's time to send the request to check whether it is able to give the data set or not. I'm going to click send, and here it is showing two requests is there with this name, first name and last name. So previously we created a couple of times, that's why it is showing like that. So if you press this which is called this post method, right, create booking, if we click here, we'll see another record is created 4466. Okay, and now if we try to find how many records are with this first name and last name, right now it is showing two records, right? booking ID 467, this one. So if we try to send it now, we'll see 3. Here is 3 because I created another one. If we create another one, you'll see another one also over there. So now if you click this request again, send this request, you will see right now 4 request is 4 data set is there, right? So that's it. In this way we can actually use the get method to get the details of any like booking details using this API request. And this is the path parameter I used to do this thing. And here to filter data we used like query parameter, right? So here is the query parameter, and based on that we also added those query parameter over here, this request, and then finally we get this output. In the next video, coming video, we'll see like how delete request is done, or how to update this data, or partially update the data, or how to modify something like that.